When I first started gardening, I ordered a ton of seeds offline, and when I got them in the mail, other than planting them, I didn't really know what to do with the seeds. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I store my seeds, and maybe I can give you an idea on how you can start storing yours.
Open up, you OPN, bitch, you won't BBM. We should be closer than friends, if you OPN.
So when I looked on Pinterest, of course there's a million different ideas on how to store seeds and how to keep them dry and whatever. Like, there's so many ideas out there that you can kind of get like overwhelmed with the idea of how am I going to store my seeds, when it's really quite simple. Some people just store their seeds in Ziploc bags in a cool closet, like a cool dark closet, and they call it a day, and they've had their seeds for 5-10 plus years and they germinate perfectly fine. Other people like me are worried about, air getting into the bags or whatever other elements affecting our seeds. So when I came across this super hack, in my opinion, I couldn't pass it up. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. This right here is a box that has smaller boxes inside. And I got this guy from Walmart, and she was like $14.96. You know them with their weird odd numbers, but it was $15 and worth every bit of the $15. So what caught my eye is rainbow colors. I love the rainbow, so I was like, oh my god, that's so cute. And then when I walked up to the shelf, it had a label on it, and it said that it was used for storing 4x6 photos. So it's like a photo holder thing, organizer. So I automatically was like, oh my god, I can use that for my seeds because the compartments inside are the perfect size. So let me open her up and show you guys what's inside. So it just has a basic handle and it snaps off here. And when you open it up, everything is like perfectly sitting in there in their own little personal slots. So here's a closer look. There are 2, 4, 6, 8, so 16 cases total, and they each have individual slots inside. So see the dividers there, they won't move around or slide around. They have a snap off here, and like I said, these are 4x6 containers, so most seed packs will fit in them. The Baker Creek packs are a little bit bigger than the normal size MI Gardener packs that I get, and the Baker Creek packs are also bigger than like All American seed packs or stuff that you can get from big box stores. These packages are usually bigger than those, so this is the largest seed pack that I've ever received, and it fits in there perfectly fine. And I just think it's super convenient. Eventually, I'm going to add labels and organize each container according to like the different varieties that I'm growing. But right now, everything is kind of intermixed. But this one here, this is exactly what I was looking for today, my Swiss chard. And then I thought about letting you guys know how I store my seeds. I thought that that's like some really good information because I didn't know when I first started out. But the only mistake that I made with this, and I'm actually suffering from it right now, the seeds are like falling out of here, is when I cut the corners off of my seed packets, I didn't fold them over. So now I'm dealing with a lot of loose seeds inside of some of the containers. So me and my friend were joking that I'm just gonna have like a, what do you call it, like a, it's a guessing game when I'm planting some of these seeds, because we're gonna have like a variety bed just full of random stuff because we don't know which packet it came out of. So yeah, I'm gonna be planting some of this Swiss chard here in a little bit, and I'm gonna take you guys along for that, but I just wanted to show you the size. This is the Baker Creek seed packet, which is a larger one, and as you can see, it fits in there perfect. So you can even like put your label on the top here. You can put your label on the inside, so when you pull it out, you can see it. Most likely what I'm gonna do is put my labels on the top here. Just for me personally, I think that would work out better for me. But yeah, it's pretty much it on the seed box. So like I said, it was only $14.96, which is a super good deal to me because I can use this thing for so long. It's gonna last me as long as I keep it in good shape. It's gonna be a useful tool in my garden pretty much, because without this guy right now, I would be like having my seed packets everywhere. Like with the girls in the house, my seed packets end up everywhere. So I'm really glad that I invested in this organization box. So now, like I said, these seeds have emptied out all inside of the container, which I feel like such a you know what for doing that, making that mistake, because I done messed up all my seeds, and even sometimes when I open up the little container, some seeds fall out. It's terrible. So what I was looking for was Swiss chard. I'm looking for some different things to throw into my garden beds. It's the beginning of the summer, but it feels like the middle of the summer. And I have some extra space, so I heard this stuff grows really well in the summertime, and it can take a lot of heat, which is what I have. But I'm gonna throw this into the shady area of my garden and see how it does. Let's see what else I have in here. Really excited to grow this in the fall. This is Orac Aurora Mix, or Orac Aurora Mix. Say that fast 3 times. Orac Aurora Mix from Baker Creek. Super excited to grow that. So looks like that's the only Swiss chard that I have in here. So I'm gonna read the back of the seed packet. This is a Swiss chard Oriole Orange. This is a stunning golden selection, beautiful in garden. Use the leaves in salads or the mature leaves steamed. So the planting instructions is to sow in place, which is great because I'm not gonna start these in starter trays. Early spring to midsummer into rich, moist soil. Keep well watered, side dressed with compost for best leaf production. Yields until very cold weather. So it says it sprouts in 14 to 21 days. The ideal temperature is between 50 degrees and 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Seed depth is 1/2 inch. Plant spacing is 6 inches apart. Is it frost hardy? Yes. And minimal full sun is 4 to 8 hours. So that's perfect because the sun hits this garden bed at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so that leaves about 4 hours of direct sunlight. So that's perfect. The only thing I'm worried about with this one is that it says it yields until very cold weather. So wherever I put this in my garden, it's gonna be there for a while. So I guess it doesn't really matter though, because I could always just plant around it. So let's go ahead and get on into the garden bed. So I have some small persimmon tomato plants here, and then I have a few onions here. So between this sage and this persimmon, this is a space that I have, and it goes back down that way. So I have a pretty good amount of space. I'm going to open my pack, and I recently learned, instead of clipping the corners like I've been doing, you can just pull this flap up and then it flaps back over when you close it. Hello, common sense, right? But recently I've been hearing sense isn't common, so don't judge me. So this is what the seeds look like. Hope you guys can see those. And it said 1/2 inch, so I'm trying to go directly in the middle. 1/2 inch. And it says 6 inches apart. Now I've learned from my mistake, so I'm gonna go ahead and plant 2 seeds in each hole. And then when they sprout, I'll thin out the weaker one. And I'll use the stronger one. And then we'll just cover that up. I have y'all as my witness. So I've been trying out some new things. You know, Epsom salt, diatomaceous earth, Dr. Earth's Pure Gold, his citrus tree fertilizer. So I've been trying out some things, and this is one of the tryouts. This is the Super Thrive, the original vitamin solution. It includes kelp, and it's used for transplanting and maintenance for all horticulture and agricultural needs. It reduces transplant shock even for older and larger trees. The plant health promoting vitamin formula builds plant vigor and a landscaper's best friend. So I tried this on my corn, and I think it helped a little bit with the transplant shock. I'm still gonna have to add some nitrogen, but I think it helped with the transplant shock. So these aren't transplants, but they are going to become seedlings. So I'm going to add some to the water tonight when I water them for the first time, just to see if they help with the seedling stage. I didn't do this on any of my other plants, so I'll be interested to see if they outshine some of my other guys. So what I'm gonna do is get my little gardening measuring little spoons. These are the ones that I keep out here specifically for mixing of vitamin formulas and vitamin waters and stuff for the plants. So all you need is 1/4 of a teaspoon. Do you see this? This is the smallest one on your spoon little thing for measuring spoons. 1/4 of a teaspoon per gallon of water. So if you guys have one of these like I do, these guys are, this one was from Walmart. You know, they always have like this green one or that royal blue one. So this is a 2-gallon watering can. So all you're gonna need is 2 of the small little 1/4 teaspoons in here. Fill this up with water, and then you just pour this over your plants. I'm gonna shake it really well first. One-fourth of a teaspoon. I'm gonna try to pour it over here so I don't spill any on the floor. This little bottle was like $12, so I don't want to waste any of the product. So a lot of the time I like to pour whatever liquid I'm using and mixing it with my water first. So when you start pouring the water inside, it'll mix up, you know, whatever solution you have in there, rather than, what did I do at the top? Rather than if you fill this up with water first and then add your mixture, you're gonna have to put something in there to like thoroughly mix the formula in with the water. But I noticed that when you put the formula in first and then add the water kind of does the mixing for you. And since I have a little extra in here, I just planted some okra on the other side that looks like it's struggling. So I'm gonna go feed this to the rest of those. So that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. I just wanted to show you the awesome seed organizer that I found at Walmart, and just show you guys some of this was Chard that I wanted to add to my summer garden. So as always, continue to grow, continue to be blessed, continue to stay positive, and we'll see y'all in the next one.